everybody. Oh gosh. Crazy. Let's just get going down here a little bit, everybody. I know it's night and I had to do a couple things. That's why I'm mosing along. Everybody, let's just talk about this. Oh, how's everybody doing? I had to go and do a couple things this afternoon, but I was working today, so I couldn't come on earlier because I was working. And so, give me a minute here, everybody. Give me a second. Give me a second to get this one. All right. So I was watching this video, and I was watching a couple videos, and it was about the snow that just fell. And so when I get parked, I'm going to show you some videos that I found interesting about this snow that just fell, okay? Because it's really weird. It's really interesting. The snow that just fell, there's something more to it, everyone. There's something, it could be even sinister to it. I will show you videos and everything of people doing tests on the snow and what they are actually coming up with, and it is really, really kind of bizarre. And so they're finding these kind of metal fragments that look like an X, or I don't even know what. I will show it to you, and just to give you, see what you think about it. I think that there is something strange with this snow that fell, because it's just so, I know it's cold, and you're going, okay, well, Tina, it's hard to get rid of because it's cold and blasey. But I think with this snow, there's something more to it. Like, there's something more different to this snow. And I can't, like, put my finger on it, but, so people have been noticing that the snow is making kind of like this weird noise. And believe it or not, it's kind of like this weird like noise. Believe it or not, I actually heard it in my yard where the snow is still there. And I thought, I didn't even realize nothing until I saw this video of other people saying that, they're hearing this kind of noise in the snow. And I thought it was something else I didn't even know, so I didn't pay no attention to it. But believe it or not, I actually heard it in my yard, and I really didn't pay no attention to it until I saw a video of people saying that there's something strange going on with this snow that fell. So I'm gonna, like, once we pull over, I'm gonna show you a video of like what other people had taken, like with the snow and their thoughts. But has anybody noticed anything different, like with the snow? And it looked like these kind of like things that like look like an X or something that people said, and they put it underneath the like this biology thing. And but there is something, seriously, I thought it was, I just had a bad feeling about this snow, but it's actually real. I mean, I've heard that noise too in my yard, and I didn't know what the hell it was, and I wasn't even really thinking like it was something that had to do with the snow. Did anybody else hear anything in their snow, or something like these people are saying and making videos about? But so what I'm gonna do, well, I gotta go to work tomorrow, but I was thinking maybe tomorrow or something, after I get off of work, we're going in my yard and see if like there's anything different. I don't know. It's just weird. I think it's just bizarre. Has anybody seen anything or heard anything? Was up from Arkansas. Hey, hi James, how are you doing? So, I was just thinking about that. I was thinking we'll talk about, this is just like car talk right now, and just venting VanLife talk, you know. But I was just thinking about that, about what they were saying about the snow. And so some guy had his daughter, took his daughter to a park and saw this like substance that was able to melt the snow. Like it was some kind of substance that was off that he said it seemed really weird. And I watched that video, and also there was some kind of weird smell or something to the snow. Has anybody experiencing this weird shit with the snow? Or is it just certain people in certain states or what have you? I was just wondering. I mean, you know, and then we'll get back into the X-Files, right? The Epps files. We'll call them the Epps files. The Epps files. A lot of people with the Epstein files. Let's go back to that real quick. I had someone, you know, say to me, you know, Tina, I really don't think that Jeffrey Epstein even really was murdered, is dead. And I'm like, because there was sweat on his body and this and that, and they were saying there were so many different prison clothes or something in his cell. Whatever. I mean, the more I thought about that, and the more you scour through the emails, and there's millions. So, you know, as you're scouring, you know, as people are scouring through millions, you know, of this million dumped emails, I'm beginning to realize, you know, how anything's possible. Absolutely any freaking thing is possible with this man. He knew so many people that absolutely anything could be possible. I mean, Godsmack serious. I mean, like, the intrigue, the amount of craziness, even down to him being Putin's financial advisor or something like that. I mean, it's just straight out of a goddamn Hollywood movie, the files. And the more the YouTubers are digging up, the YouTubers are like the fucking best FBI detectives ever, because they scour through shit and find stuff, you know? And I think it's stuff that they probably wish that, you know, nobody would have scoured through and got. Everybody, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe, please. I think that at some point in time, I mean, this is so bad that it's so bad that it's almost like we gotta have to have a point where we know this is so bad that we actually have to we gotta figure out, it's either people are gonna get prosecuted for doing this to these girls, or we'll have to move forward. There's no in between. It's like you want to know this information, and it's out there, but only Elaine's in jail. But then there's so many guys that were there, and not one guy's in jail. So it's either we shit or get off the pot with this, and we gotta move forward from it, because it's just too much. And I think we really can't deal with it. I mean, the more you hear about the grotesque things that are in these files, and the more, I mean, even down to espionage, what have you. I mean, because just like I said, Jeffrey Epstein had the ins and outs and the ups and downs of every big wig, even other presidents in other countries. The man was just like him, and Elaine Maxwell were just that type of people, where they were in the know of everything. And so I think that it's either something's got to be done, or we just got to move on from it, because I don't know, what are we doing here? We can't keep beating this, we can't keep going on and on like this. We can't. It's not good for our country, really can't go through it, because we're seeing so many things, and it's like, if nothing's going to happen, then why are we even regurgitating all this stuff over and over? If nothing's going to happen to anyone, or this or that, then why are we regurgitating this over and over again? Because if nothing's going to be done, then what is the reason why we're hanging on to this, right? Exactly. And that's what Exactly, King. So why then are we, if no one, and I really don't believe no one's going to get prosecuted, absolutely not. And I don't know what the statute of limitation is. I think for children it's never up, but I just feel like this is something that should have been dealt with so seriously back then, and because it's so long ago, and you're looking at these emails from freaking way back, and you're like, okay, but this is 2026, and we're looking at emails from 2014 and this and that, and we're in 2026. At some point in time, we gotta move on. We gotta press. And just like I said, a lot of the parents, 100% of the parents are to blame, because you're gonna take your daughter and you don't even know where your 13 or 14-year-old daughter is. Shame on you. Shame on you if you do not know where your daughter is and whom she's with. But so I don't think any man will ever, the only kind of justice that they will face is just from karma. But maybe from the thoughts or the regrets of them ever doing it. But as far as physically anybody going to jail, I don't think so. Elaine's in there, and she's sitting for all of them unless Trump lets her out, which would be a huge mistake. Because if you look at the files, I mean, they were cahooting. And as a matter of fact, I mean, if you look at the emails, hell, it almost to some of the emails looks like Jeffrey Epstein didn't even really like Elon nor Trump. So I don't know what the heck is even up with any of this. I just think we're seeing this stuff, and it's just, I don't know what's happening. But I think, is it a part, yeah, they're all part of the club, and nobody wants to be in that club, exactly. But I think that, it shines a light on what's happening with our young children, our teenagers, whether they're boys or girls. It shines a light on the desperation or the brutality of what men or even women will do. And it's really scary. It really is. It makes you quite, man, I mean, you just got to protect your kids, because this is not, do you think there's just one Jeffrey Epstein out there? There's so many of them out there that's just, you know what I mean? He's one person that we're talking about, but now, I mean, there's so many people out there like him in the earth doing the same thing to our children. And in this point in time in our country, over or close to or over 1 million teenagers, children are missing damn near in a year. Where are these children at? The children that are missing, 1 million, over 1 million per year or over that. Where are those little kids at? Nobody's never found them. We've got satellites in the sky, everybody. Now keep in mind, we've got satellites in the sky. We've got all this fucking tracking devices that can track our asses from up and down. But nobody seems to know where all these young adults have went. All these teenagers went, and even younger children than that, adolescents went. Nobody seems to know. But we have so much tracking device, but yet we just can't track the kids now. Remember that. And so that leads me to wonder what is going on, because if we can't track our youth like this and these young kids, what's going to happen in the long run of this? This is scary, everyone. I'm telling you, let's sit on our knees here a little bit. And I just had to get back and do things. But let me plug this in, and let me just plug the light in. And hi, everybody. Let me just jack this back, and then I have to take my groceries and put them inside then. But I'll just talk a little bit, and then what time is it? Let's see. It is, it's only 6 something. I'll probably be back later on once I get my groceries in and everything. I'll be back later to talk, but then I can find all the stuff to show all of you. But I'm sorry, I just came on to say hi to everyone. But I just find it really unbelievable that amount of children are missing, and not a damn trace of anybody. I mean, it's that, and not a trace of them. Where'd they go? Where honestly did they go? And I feel like, you know, a lot of kids, just like you said, a lot of kids, you know, their parents are, you know, could be on drugs. I had one girl that was actually she was actually you know, she actually was a subscriber of mine, and said that when she was on drugs, she sold her kids. So, you know, I really believe that right there is what people are doing too. You know, you just, to this day and age, everybody, you don't know what the hell's going on. You don't know what people are up to. And that's what she said. And she said that her one child died. And, well, she was telling her testimony on here. And she was saying that her one child, hold on a second, everybody. Let me just elevate, because we can't leave this on. We got to figure out something here, because we just can't. Sorry about that. Did I say I lived in my van? Did I say I lived in my van? I don't live in this van. I live in this van when I want to live in this van. Did I or did I not say that? I live in this van when I want to live in this van, everyone. Come on, there's two different things. Come on, people. Don't play with me tonight. I'm exhausted from this shit. I don't know which one we used last night. Was it this or that? You can get with this or you can get with that. Which one do you want to get with? Oh my God. But, you know, I just feel like, you know, I'm sure, I guarantee, I'm damn near sure a lot of those guys regret even fucking messing, just, you know, but, Tina, are you back in the, yeah, back taping in the van. We're taping in the van. I'm tired, everybody. Back taping in it, but I had to come on because I miss all of you. And I told you last night I would come on, but I was so sleepy. I'm back taping in the van. I can't even see. And allow them to rejuvenate. Yeah, really? Tina, make a OF, please. Why make a fans only? I mean, why? Can't you just talk to me on here? I ain't got time for all that. Can't you just talk to me on here? Can't you just talk to me on here? Why do I need a fans only? Why? Why do I? Hold on a minute. Let me see if we could turn this stuff on. So I was just wondering, like, you know, all this crazy stuff. Hold on, everybody. I'm just trying to hang up stuff. Oh, I don't even know. I'm just trying to, hold on a minute. This is weird. I can't even do this. I don't even know. I'm just going to have to hold this. You can get with this, or you can get with that. Or you can get with this. Okay. Which one do you want to get with? They don't believe like us because they are not entirely human. They have zero. Well, yeah. I think they have empathy, but I think if it would come to their children, and I think that if someone would look at it this way, before somebody hurts a child, I mean, how would you feel? Like, seriously, how would you feel? And I'm sure all these millionaires, billionaires that were at those places, I can guarantee you that if you would mess with one of their kids or their daughter, they would fucking lose their minds. Hold on a second. They would lose their minds. And so I just feel like, why would you do that to another man's child, a daughter, when you definitely would not want it done to your daughter? And I think that's just a problem that I'm thinking of. How can you sit there with this young girl, but yet you have a daughter almost that age, and go, okay, well, you know, and that's right there, everybody. That stuff's hitting different. I don't know how these guys sleep at night, but I guess that's their conscience, not ours, right? But everybody makes mistakes in this lifetime, and we're not the judge nor the jury of it. I mean, only God knows. And you know, I'm just here to say that it's a hard reality pill if something would happen to your daughter, or like that. Any of these guys, if a guy groomed any of these guys' daughters like this, I can guarantee you they would lose their minds. So they got to put themselves in, wow, if this was, hold on a second, everybody. Somebody's walking. Hold on a second. I can't even see. But anyhow, you just got to put yourself in the position of, if that was your child, what would you do? What would you do? Would you allow someone to do that to your child? And I guarantee you they would not do that. Hold on, everyone. Let's try to get some angles here. I'm so hot right now. It's not even funny in this van. I'm just freaking hot. Last night it was cold, but see, I have my jacket on, and if I take it off, then I'll get cold. But hold on a second. Let's turn some heat down here. So I had a lot to do. Hold on a second. Because nothing. I was going to say something, but I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say nothing. Oh my God. Jesus, watch my words. Hi, honey. So, I don't know, everybody. What do you think about this? Do you think, that, I think here we go. Here's what I think, that it's going to go down in the midterms. Unless unless it gets rigged or what have you, or I think it's all going to go, these files and ICE, and everybody's remembering all this stuff. And so a lot of this stuff is just going to go down in the midterms. I just think, it's going to be a fight to the finish. Oh my God, I don't even know what, I'm just talking, everyone. I was just thinking about this as I was thinking, what do I talk about? Here's the fucking snow, and my snow was making this noise, and I'll get that video up. Let me see. It was weird, everyone. I have it on here. Let me go. I'm bouncing around. I'm trying to look at stuff. Oh my God. What do you want to... Who else is sick of toxic? I'm tired of... I can't hear... to see another email is like... I can't... I wish they wouldn't even have put this shit out here. I'm God serious, everybody. I wish they would not have even put those emails out there, because... it's just, we're regurgitating. See, I'm the type of person where, yes, this happened and it should have been handled a long time ago. This should not be just, this should have been handled years upon years upon years ago. Not right now. This is 2026. We are tired of regurgitated stuff anymore. It's upsetting everybody. Exactly. People ain't focusing on Jesus. I can tell you that much right now. They ain't focusing on Jesus. Jesus done left the building with some of them people. But I'm not here to criticize anyone. I don't know, we don't know, if you think about the emails, okay, here's the thing, it's strange. If you think about those emails and how Jeffrey, and how close Jeffrey Epstein and Putin were, and even Elaine or whatever, I'm telling you, that is really bizarre, everyone. That is very, very, very bizarre. And it's just, there's a lot of craziness going on. Lots and lots of craziness. And so when people go, I don't even believe Jeffrey's dead. Well, hell, do you really believe he's dead? I'm to the point now where thinking maybe he isn't dead. Maybe, for real. He had so much connection to everything and everyone that shit, yes, his death could have really been faked. Who the hell knows at this point? It's such a wild thing that it's not even funny. Yeah. And just like I said, Trump was right about everything. Every president does wrong shit. Obama's done shit that's wrong. I think some of these emails, getting to the emails and about Obama, everybody. There is some emails where even I don't understand how, this isn't brought up, but Obama's people that worked for him were giving tips to I guess it was oh my god, let me charge my battery up. It's just craziness. Hold on a second, everyone. I could have sworn I had this freaking battery charged up. Now, wait a minute. Don't leave me. I just got to plug into the adapter. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. I don't think any of them, I think, I feel like if Obama was president, but how did he not know this? If his office and people that work for him were trying to give Epstein tips on how to get away with this stuff. I mean, this is in these emails, everyone. So is Obama's I mean, at some point, I don't know what's all. You got to dig deep. I don't even think the FBI, Cash Patel probably did. I don't think they really dug deep into every piece of those emails. I think they skimmed and pulled out certain things, but they didn't go deep. They did not go deep. I think they should go deep. I think we would be surprised. I mean, you know, I think we would be highly surprised at the names that would be if they dig deep, right? Like the YouTubers are digging deep. But no, I think they're just skimming, you know, and they're skimming. But I would like to know how Obama's people that work with him were giving Epstein advice about stuff, and he didn't know this. I mean, that's listen. If you go, everybody's on an equal playing field when it comes to this, right? So I don't understand how this is not out there. I mean, it's just you got to. I think when you dig deep, this is going to get wild. You know, I think when you dig deep into these files and you take the time, because it's going to take time, but let me tell you, these YouTubers they're no joke. These YouTubers get it done. They dig files, they dig deep. I don't know how they can dig deeper than the government to uncover all kind of crazy stuff, but they do. But so I tell you the truth, I just feel like the government should have dug a little deeper before releasing a lot of that stuff, because I mean there's just some stuff that it's just beyond too much, and it's like, yeah, it's just the tip of the iceberg. It really is. It is just like, so, you know, when you're going, this person isn't in it and that person, you know, I mean, you got to dig deep. You got to dig deep into the pile. Dig deep into the pile. And what they're going to find and what's going to come out of this is unbelievable. But from looking at some emails, I really don't think that Jeffrey Epstein really liked Elon Musk, and I don't think he wanted Elon Musk around them girls. I mean, because he, in an email, he said, oh, Elaine, you handle him. Now you handle him. And you know, it was weird. And in other stuff, and then and somebody, because he just didn't want to deal with him. I don't think I don't know. Maybe Elon might have thought that him and Jeffrey were on the same page and stuff, but if you read some of the emails that were dug up, I don't think they really liked Elon. And I can sit here and think, I don't even think Elon was on that island. I can honestly, it don't seem like they even really, you know, when he was begging to have that party like it's 1999, they weren't having it. No, we don't have parties like that anymore. No, thank you, Elon. We just don't. We don't have parties like that anymore. Yeah, right. It's craziness. So maybe Elon better be glad that they didn't like him that much. That they wasn't invited to really, you know, to the island, right? I mean, it's just insanity level, and I think, you know. I think, how can I even remotely? I mean, there's so much crazy stuff in these fucking emails. I think if you look at them and read them, like it's not even real. It can't. I mean, there's even espionage. There's craziness. There's murders. There's intrigue. There's even. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. And you're sitting and going, damn, is this actually real? And it is 100%, I guess, real. I guess it would be. I mean, there's emails. That's what's in the emails that were dropped, right? I think they just didn't do, yeah. It is just sick. And I think they just didn't, I think that the government didn't do enough scouring. But when the YouTubers downloaded everything. So no matter how much the government tries to scour now, what they don't realize is the YouTubers already got that stuff downloaded, they said, and they're digging through it. And the YouTubers are fucking heavy investigators. So the YouTubers right now are working morning, noon, and night, digging and digging and digging, and they're finding. It's beyond crazy. It's beyond comprehension of anything. I mean, there's emails that probably Elon's never seen. There's probably emails that the government has never seen, and they're in there, and they didn't scour the whole ways. They just looked for Trump's name, and they didn't go, okay, they scoured, and so they didn't go through everything. There's more juice in there, and it's too late, because what's happening is the YouTubers got those, and they downloaded all of that information, and so there's no matter how much they try to delete any of the stuff that was already released, it's already gone into the YouTubers' hands and anyone that wanted it, because now what anyone can do now, well, that downloaded, is you can take the if you downloaded it, you have the original stuff of what they put out and what they didn't scour through. And they did not scour through all that. And so I think it's going to get worse as it goes on. And unfortunately, it's going to bring the house down in this country, because I just think, I don't give a damn if you're the person's Democrat, Republican, Independent. I don't give a fuck if you're white, black, green, or purple. When you're going at kids, innocent girls or boys, there's something fucking wrong with you. There's something fucking off, you know? A baby, yes. Oh my God, there's babies. Oh my God, and a lot of these girls, people you don't know. See, this is the thing, that Trump has no idea what's in these emails. The emails that were dropped, there was babies that were born. There was babies that a lot of these girls got pregnant. The one girl said it was a baby girl she had. It was crying so bad, and all of a sudden they killed the baby, and it stopped. I mean, this is unreal. This is a fucking Hollywood story but only these people allegedly lived through it. I don't know. I don't even know how even young girls can live through something like that. Yeah. You don't know what you're talking. Yes, I mean, I'm just 18-wheeler. You've been on here. I've done deleted you. You were a 4-wheeler, now an 18-wheeler. Go and don't come back. And it's just like, I think, they got to sit back and I mean, listen, everybody, I must say this about Elon Musk. I mean, ever since I was a little girl, I was the most, I love space. I love space. I love the everything about it. I love the rockets. I love the intrigue. And I must say, that's one part of Elon that honestly, I really truly love, is about the space, the rockets, everything. All this extra crazy stuff, listen, that's just off the hinge. I'm talking about a person who is all about space, and what he's doing in it is phenomenal to me. And so I can't, that right there will not change. But I think that all this crazy stuff, all this crazy stuff that these people are doing, excuse me, can give me a chance to talk. All this stuff, crazy stuff that these people are doing, is insane. It's insane. It's really sad. Even if it's Elon, it's Trump, it's Obama, whoever it is, Bill Clinton's in there. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable what any of them are doing. It doesn't matter who they are. And it's really sad. I really feel sorry for our young kids, because it's really, really sad. And wait a minute, hold on, because Trump not in there, they mad because favors celebrities. look up to, or not, hold on a second, everybody. They beg for the Epstein files. They got it, and they mad because Trump's not in it. Yeah. And so, okay, so let's talk about the flip side of this, everyone. I mean, let's go way off into conspiracy theory land. Listen, let's go off into conspiracy theory land, because I'll tell you the truth. You know, with how, if you read some of these emails, Epstein did not, if you really read these emails, Epstein, I think he did not like Trump. I think Trump better be glad he made it out of Epstein's situation alive, because Epstein and Putin, I think they were probably getting ready to do something. I'm God serious. If you read some of these emails, it is, I would not trust Putin if I was Trump. Elon, I mean, I'm God serious. That woman, see, and here's the thing. And, you know, every president does good and bad. So I have I am not against Trump. Honestly, everybody, I'm not against nobody, because every president that sits in that chair does shit good and bad, because we're all human. But I tell you right now, I really think that, thank you, honey. I'm Quinny for that. Thank you so much. I tell you the God's truth. If Trump would have, his DOJ would have went through the million emails that they dropped, right, and that had all this craziness in it, with with Elaine, Maxwell, and Epstein, and what they said in emails, I think Trump would not have actually minimized her sentence, her jail. You know, she's in I guess a less less cushier. She's in a better jail than she was before. And I tell you the truth, Trump would have to be damn near crazy to let that woman out of jail. And I'm not making this stuff up. She still got connections. Do you think just because Jeffrey Epstein is dead, this woman does not have connections in jail to Russia, to hell, everywhere, right? I believe that. Well, okay, and just like I said, you know, I believe, you know, I know a lot of people don't like Elon Musk. I mean, I like Elon for the various reasons of space and what he's doing in there. And I honestly think that Elon inside will help humanity. I know people don't believe that, but I don't think he's this horrible person like some people. I mean, I'm a lover of space. I'm a lover of space so much. But I think that when you break a human and you go and you look at parts of a human, right? And you go, you know, this person I don't like because they done this or that, but you don't look at the whole human. I think that's where humanity falls apart, right? I think that's where humanity falls apart. Even people look at Donald Trump and go, yeah, I don't like him. I think he's crazy, whatever. People look at that. But there's aspects of everyone. And then there's this side where this side that people don't get, right? Thank you. Hi, honey. But you know, I just, you know, we got to look at everyone like, you know, FC is on that island laughing, probably, because if you look at the emails, everyone, and I'm not making this up, if you look at these emails, that man was so ingrained, him and Putin, like I've never seen these two people. Putin trusted Epstein to be his financial advisor. Putin doesn't even trust fucking nobody. But there's something about Jeffrey Epstein. He trusts Jeffrey Epstein to be his financial advisor? Does this shit make any sense, everyone? Please tell me. I'm being honest with you. Something is just way off with this. And just like I said, I'll tell you what, Trump needs to put Elaine Maxwell's ass back into that prison where she was at, because she is no friend to this country. She's no friend to him, and he needs to put her, because apparently the DOJ went to talk to her, but guess what? If you look into these emails, they shouldn't have went, because that information, whatever they told that woman sitting in jail, I guarantee you that there was some Russian spy or something or whatever went in and visited Elaine, and she regurgitated information. Think about how many pages. 30 million is your telling me 30. I don't know. I didn't say 30 million, and they're only made one real. I didn't say 30 million pages. I don't even. There's a million that dropped. But what I'm saying is, I just, it's a whole thing. You got to look at the total thing of what's going on. And I think that if they would have scoured through all of those emails like every YouTuber is doing, let me tell you something right now. I don't think the DOJ would have went and visited Aileen at that jail. I think they would have let her rot right there where she is. And if they are even still communicating with this woman, they've got to be out of their mind. They better scour harder through some emails and dig deep into what, she was about. Yeah. Well, I think he'll get us there. I think he will. And the weirdest thing is, I'm a space lover and a space junkie, and a lot of people go to me, well, Tina, how do you believe this, where back in the day in 1960 some, right, they were able to go to the Mars and to here, but now we're living 2026 and we can't get there? There's something wrong with that. And a lot of people don't believe that we were ever there, but we were. Yes, it is a distraction device. Yes, 1969. I was born in 68, so was it 69? Okay. But, the technology was not even there. I don't even know how they pulled it off. We've got the technology of SpaceX and everything else, and we and NASA, and we can't even get back there. Now, I don't know. I think we do live in another world, right? He's right. He's right. But, I just pray to God, everybody, that we can just, get through this. Hi, how are you doing? Everybody double tap the screen and hit the subscribe and hit the like for me. Hit the like for this girl. But I just think we're gonna be probably in shock and awe. I think that I mean, just like I said, every president does all kind of different stuff. I like to know why Obama wasn't putting his foot on to why his staff was so worried about protecting Jeffrey Epstein. If nothing was going on, why was his staff so worried about protecting Jeffrey Epstein in these emails? Did anybody see them? I mean, okay, maybe seriously, why was his staff so worried about protecting Jeffrey Epstein? That is really bizarre, everybody, don't you think? I mean, they're all doing stuff, wackadoodle, crazy stuff, and so, there's just so much weird stuff going on, and the uncovering of it. And just like I said, they said Trump was, I guess they were deleting a lot of the files that were put out. Well, guess what? You might as well forget about it. What's put out there, people have already downloaded it. And so what's going to come out is who knows. It's all, they were talking about Bitcoin, everything. Oh my God. I just cannot believe the amount of clout that Jeffrey Epstein had over so many people. Oh my God. It's him and Elon. I can't believe that that couple had so much clout over so many people. And I'm telling you, if that woman gets out of jail, if Elaine Maxwell gets out of jail, she is going to, I'm telling you, she's going to wreak hell on all those. She knows everything. She's doing this. She's done it. She knows everything, and she's still standing. I mean, she is no better than what's his name? The oil, okay, Maxwell being treated well by, yes, but she really shouldn't. Trump shouldn't be treating her well at all, because guess what? She I don't even think that if you go through some of these emails, it is hard pressed. I mean, I think they almost damn near acted like they just tolerated Trump and Elon. It's like they didn't even like him. It's weird. I would believe she is. I would probably believe she is under protection. I'm almost certain that the lady is. But it's really unbelievable, everybody. It really is. It's just, we got to see what happens and see what's going on. But I think there's so much more that's going to be uncovered in these files that we can't even wrap our minds around. Yeah. All wealth and land are shared or are distributed equally among the global population. Okay. But I think that, when you're talking about tweaking today, or who's that? No, come on now. But I think that, there you go. No, I'll just get rid of that one. But I think that, once the gavel comes down on this, but then what are they going to do? We're seeing all this information in front of our eyes, but what's going to happen? And nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. So, I don't even know why we're even looking at this stuff, because there is not one person that is going to jail over this. There is not one person that anything's going to happen to over this. And so why are we even remotely, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I mean, this is what, right? I just don't know why we're regurgitating this, because why do we, looking through these emails, why? For what? Nothing's happening to no one. Who the hell knows where half these people are? Can any of this stuff, some of this stuff is so unreal, everyone, that I think even a grown woman could not even withstand half the stuff that is said in these emails or that these young girls went through. And it's hard to even wrap your head around it. It's hard to believe that it's not even funny. It's really hard to believe. Yes. Yeah, searching if they really wanted to get people convicted, Aaron says, would be searching the island and finding all the evidence they could, but they never seem to search the island. Okay, so talking about searching the island, I saw this YouTuber that snuck onto the Jeffrey Epstein Island, and he made a video of it, and he saw like different stuff in the room. If I can try to find that video, I don't know. I saw that a while ago. And he snuck onto the island. He was able to get on the island. He was in the different rooms. He's taking a video of it. And there's rooms where like you see like still clothes there, sex toys, different things. I mean, a YouTuber really did sneak on that island, and actually I saw the video. I saw he went through the rooms and everything, and he has this statue out there of something, and so yes. But you can see there's still things there. There's still stuff there. I mean, like somebody is there, but so a YouTuber, yes, they did a YouTuber actually did sneak on that island and take video of the place. I saw it. I watched it. I'm like, oh my God, but he was going through the drawers, pulling the drawers out and looking inside to see if there's anything in there. Yes. I'm sure there's more. I mean, you got to figure over the years and over the course of all of this, it's so unbelievable. You can't imagine what's, I'm sure only 1% has been released. Probably not even 1%, probably 0.5%. Because over the course of all that time, and all that, those emails and pictures and everything backed up, who the hell knows? I mean, this is a never ending thing here with those files. It's never ending. It's never ending. And that's why, the YouTubers are uncovering so much stuff, because they're scouring the pages. They're literally putting the work in to scour the pages to, to show people everything. And I don't think our government done it. Yeah, probably. And then, if you're reading, hey, Tina, your glasses are really reflecting. I'm sorry if they are. I can't help it. I wouldn't be able to read the screen what do we do? I wouldn't be able to read the screen if I didn't have my glasses on. I know they're reflecting. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I like ice cream. But I'm just allergic to, so much milk. I can't indulge in it. But yes, I do like ice cream, but I can't indulge in it. I love it, but I can't indulge in it. Like, some people can just sit and go, I can't do that because I'm lactose tolerant. So, but I do. Yes, I do like ice cream. As long as you can read me, Marty says, Tina, as long as we can read you. Oh my God. Why do you want to read me? Why do you want to read a girl? Oh, thank you. Thank you, honey. Thank you. What is it? Thank you for the gift, Julius. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. But I just wish now, everyone, that they can't just, what's the point in releasing any more files? I think we're tapped out. The million that released, I think we've about had enough, because what more can we honestly we endure with these, we shouldn't, we're done with it. It's like, I just feel like, what is the point now at this point in time in 2026? What in God's name is the point of keep throwing more emails out there? It's all just making stuff worse, and it's too much. It's just overload of excess, and I just think and nothing. This time has been past, everyone, and it's sad for the victims, but this situation. And these emails and all this stuff should have been dropped out years upon years ago, not now in 2026, where no one is in jail but Elaine, and nothing's going to be done. So why are we going through this? Why are we going over and over and over and over? And what is the point to keep going? And it's only to keep hurting people's character. And I'm sure that a lot of these guys wish they would have never done this shit. I am probably almost certain a lot of those guys wish they would have never fucking known Jeffrey Epstein. I guarantee you, anybody with fucking half a brain. And here's the thing, everyone. Let me clear this up, because I know people go, knowing Jeffrey Epstein, you got to be a child predator or something. Let me tell you something, everybody. You know people probably just like Jeffrey Epstein, and you're friends with him. Just because someone is friends with Jeffrey Epstein, that does not mean that they were participating in any events that this man had done. Just because you're friends, you probably know people that have done bad shit, and you're still friends with them. But that doesn't mean you done bad shit with them, right? So you gotta, don't just go, oh, that person there, oh my God, was on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, they're gonna be a pedophile. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because just because you're friends with somebody that does shit, that doesn't mean you do shit. Just because you're friends, there's a lot of people that have friends that do shit, and you're like, dude, you shouldn't be doing this, or we're friends, but I wouldn't do this. Do you get what I'm saying? So you cannot think that every person, no, I'm not advocating for those people. I'm advocating for truth. And I'm sure, Joey, that you know people right now that you're friends with. I'm not advocating. I'm just being honest. How many people that we know, everyone, that are friends, but I guarantee you, if you look through your roster of friends, some of them probably done shit you don't even know about, and you're still their friend. And if you find it out, you'd still be their damn friend. So it's because we're human, everyone. We're honest to God. We're all in this fucking earth together. And it's not defending anyone. I am speaking God truth. There, you can be friends with somebody, but that doesn't mean that if you have friends, a group of friends that do drugs and you don't do drugs, but you still like them as a friend, but you don't do drugs with them, but you're still their friend. That's exactly, you know what I mean? Oh my God, no. It's like my glasses, honey. I'm not, but I don't believe that guilty by association stuff. I'm sorry, I don't. Because a lot of us have had friends that were not, that done goofy stuff, and we're like, wait a minute, you shouldn't, shouldn't do that. I'm still your friend, but like, this is crazy, right? How many people, and guys, you guys are like, come on now. Guys know guys that have done so much shit to women, and you're still friends with them. You're still friends with them. So you can't say just because everybody was on that fucking island did shit. I'm sorry. I tend to want to be a meet me in the middle person and think that not everybody that got on his plane was a bad human. Not everybody that got on his plane had a young girl beside them, right? I've been doing good, honey. Thank you for asking. If your brother murders someone, it's not. Hold on a second. Exactly. Exactly. If your family member done something, that's not, you didn't do that. They did. But you still care about them. You're like, okay, well, that person did that, right? Yes, thank you, honey. I will. Thank you, Fred. But I'm just saying, you cannot honestly, everyone, say that every person that has done that or been on that plane is a bad person. Come on now. We can't, we're humans and we can't do that. There's a period there, right? So we can't think that way. As humans, we honestly cannot think that way because we all have been friends with people that have done dumb shit, and we're still friends with them, right? Or family that's done dumb shit, and you still care about them, and you're still there for them even though they done dumb shit. So we gotta keep our eyes like wide open, not wide shut. And I think a lot of people keep their eyes wide shut and only look at this one section, right? And don't go, okay, but maybe they didn't, maybe this person did not, they might have rolled with him, but they didn't roll with him like that. You know what I mean? I don't know, everyone. I'm just let's it's the latter nor, right? So I'm just only just, if morals plays a part, we're no longer friends. Yeah, that's right, Jay. Or you back away. Or Jay, like if you know that your friend has done something, right? And it's morally like, dude, that's wrong to the core. And you step back, you're their friend, but you bounce back you step back from what they're doing. But if they invite you to a party and they say, hey, you want to come over to a cookout or something, you're still friends, and you probably will go because you're still friends. You don't like what the fuck they done, but you're still friends, and you might still go to that cookout. That doesn't mean you're going to partake in anything negative that they do. You see what I mean? So you can't just go, just because somebody's near somebody, that means that they're a bad person, or just because somebody's near that person, they got to be like that. That's not true, everyone. That is, honest to God, not true. I mean, come on now. We got to be more logical thinkers than to think that every person that stepped on that plane or had a bad agenda. We don't know that. We don't know that. We only can go by what these emails say. And there is one guy that absolutely said that he wasn't participating in that kind of shit, but he did hang around Jeffrey Epstein. So, he just said he wasn't participating in that kind of crazy stuff. So, you know what I mean? It's just, and Tina, you jolly good fellow, as we don't already know, that work undercover for the FBI. Thank you, right? Seriously. But, I just feel like, you know, guilty. Oh, okay. Quinn says no, guilty by association is to A. Okay. All right. So Quinn says he don't give a damn. It's guilty by hanging out with that person. Yeah. That all the lies they have been spewed, we can no longer trust those guys and gals that visited that island. And there was women that visited that island. As a matter of fact, there's pictures of Michael Jackson that they uncovered that was at Jeffrey Epstein's island. Michael Jackson was there, everybody. Are you mad at him? I mean, seriously, come on, boy. Right, seriously, I don't know. So there was a lot of people, and just like I said, just because someone was at that island, do you really believe that they participated in this shit? We don't know that. You can only go by, okay, so there was Michael Jackson was there. Has anybody came out and said that he has done anything to anyone? There's other people that were there. Have they came out to say that they have done anything to them? This is what I'm saying. There were so many people there, and these girls did not say that they done anything to them. So that's what I mean. Not everybody, I think, that went there, they could have went for a party. Like, Elon wanted to go and party like it's fucking 1999, and he wanted the extreme, but they weren't having it. So that is what I'm saying, is that, maybe some people just went to freaking have a party and not touch the girls or not do anything like that or not touch whoever was there, but they're there just to drink and get high and fucking whatever, what else, do drugs or whatever, but not participate in that aspect of touching young children. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. I'm sorry. So, that'd be, absolutely. Was it fake? I mean, see, this is the thing too. I mean, nowadays, people are taking pictures, putting people's pictures beside people. It's looking so goddamn real. They're putting kids in there. You don't know what's going on now, everyone. We can't even trust none of this shit. It is so bad right now. I mean, that's why I said, why are we even looking at this? Why are we even participating in? Why do we need to know? We need to no longer see this, because now with what's happening is there's so much shit that people can copy and paste people together with a child or this or that or that being there. It's how the hell, what do we know is real or what is fuck is fake anymore? That's a whole nother thing. Let me see. Jay says at Rich, a birds of a feather. Well, you know what? Vote the No, I don't support pedos at all. No, hell no, I don't do that. I would never support pedos. I am God serious, like everyone. How would you feel? Now, keep in mind, how would you feel? Now, think about this, guys. I mean, having a seriously different take on this, because how would you feel if you were Jeffrey's friend, right? And you were his, but you did not participate in any of that fucking shit. You were just a friend of his. You did not like what he done, but yous are cool, yous are friends, and he done that stuff. But people think, well, you know what? He's friends with Jeffrey. He got to be just like him. How would you feel if you were friends with him, but you were not in the middle of none of that shit? You might have been in the middle of the financial thing, because Jeffrey Epstein was handling a lot of people's finances, right? Right. So, there could have been guys there because they wanted the finances like this. I'm just, okay, birds of a feather. Be so fucking real for it, yes. And that's true too. No, exactly. And turning a blind eye onto something that these young girls endured, that's wrong. And you couldn't be friends with somebody like that. If somebody saw that, and you're friends with someone and you turn a blind eye on that, then right, you're no better than that person. But I think with Jeffrey Epstein, if you can go by the emails, this man was pretty damn savvy. Him and Elaine were pretty savvy people. So I think they had their little set of friends that liked the young girls and perhaps even boys, allegedly. We don't even know. Was there any boys around here? Because, young boys aren't going to come out and say all this stuff happened to them. I mean, we don't even know. I mean, until all these files go through. Oh my gosh. So, we just don't, not you especially. Yeah. I mean, so, we just don't even really, I mean, it's just like I said, everybody, you don't know. You don't know what's going to go down with this. And I think it's going to go down pretty hard when the YouTubers are scouring morning, noon, and night to get the scoop. And it's just every day, it's something different they're coming up with. And there's something else they're uncovering, and there's something else that's going on, and there's something else it's insane, Thank you, sweetheart. I better turn this on and get some heat. Seriously. Thank you. I love you, everybody. But no, I like to just look at life like, with different takes, because, people that have been accused of things that they didn't even do, just by guilty of association, and they didn't do anything, right? And so there's fine lines to things. Oh my word. Hi. Don't forget to double tap the screen, everybody, and hit the subscribe and the like. Thank you. But I just wish there's no more files dropped. There's no point now. There is. Does anybody want to see any more files dropped? Seriously, does anybody want to see another file dropped? Please put it down below. Hello. Yeah, and I think you're right, Jay. I think there's a lot of shit that has been tried to, a lot of stuff that's hidden. But the thing is, the things that were dropped, they didn't scour that. And I'm kind of wondering how bad it's going to get once these YouTubers get their little investigating skills on it. Who knows who's going to be next, right? Exactly. Worry about bombs. Worry about stuff in our sky. What's going on in our sky? These files, everyone, to me, I feel like they don't even need to drop no more files. We're done and over with this crazy stuff. Let the lawyers handle this with these girls, something, but this is not right. This is not right. We got too much other stuff going on, and this was so long ago that this should have been handled then and not now. And now is like, it's dropped, and it's madness, and we don't want to see. You just wake up and you pray you don't want to see no more. You don't want no more emails to be dropped, because what is the point of any of this? What is the point of now all these emails being dropped? What is it serving? Absolutely nothing. No one's getting in trouble. Nobody's going to jail. So why are we dropping these emails? Why? All it did was make these primaries the primary election get even worse. It's going to go down. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you, baby. Well, I'm just, there's not making public, yeah. Thank you, Quinn. I love you, baby. But I just think, but it's not, but here's the thing, everyone. It's not just, there's more people. Everybody's on saying, Trump's in all these things, but there is other people that are in there too, that they just don't bring up their names. I mean, there is Democrats, there's everything in there. But, if you look through these emails and you scour through things, you will find that, there is just, it's insanity level. So, it's beyond craziness. But that Jeffrey Epstein was so more powerful than I think anybody can realize. He really was. He really had a stronghold. And here's the thing, I saw this one article that what Putin did was he used these Russian girls as like a honey pot. And so what it just to so they could he would lure the all the billionaires and everything with these young girls from Russia, and it's like a honeypot. And so what happens is then he would get they would be like little agents, and they would go and get all the information about these billionaires and everything else and take it back to Putin. So this goes more deeper than just they used, I mean, Putin really used a lot of these girls as like a honeypot to get to these guys to get the information. And so, they did. I mean, I think I okay, here's the thing with Trump versus Kamala Harris. I think that Kamala Harris, I think that at the time when she was, I think running for presidency, um I think that a little bit more seasoning with her, but I think that she is not hard enough or strong enough to handle things. But I think that Trump, when he says that he's going to do something, in the fact that with the country and protecting our country, let me just say about protecting our country. Um, I think that our country is probably a little more safer because I think when they realize Trump will send a bomb over there and knock some shit out, I think that that's the way our country's safe and secure. I just think in different ways, both of them would be different. They're different presidents. I just think in different ways. I think that she would have probably came at stuff too soft, I think. And our country needs somebody that's got to stand up and have a good fight. But I like everybody. I just don't. I just think that everybody's different, and that's just life. Everybody is different, and everyone is different. Did y'all believe about? Okay, J Rock Pizzagate. Now, if you can think about the guys, what is that? QAnon or whatever. Everybody, let's get back to QAnon real quick. The group called QAnon. Now, yes, they actually were right about these things, but here the thing is, they were only saying it was Democrats that were in the middle of child pornography and child prostitution, stuff like that. But here it's every kind of political front, right? It's not just Democrats, it's Republicans, it's meet me in the middle, it's everybody. So were they right when they were pounding and telling people, they're hurting children, they're doing this and doing that? Absolutely, they really were. I mean, they did it in such a wild way that nobody really believed the shit that they were saying. But yeah, I don't really. I don't drink that shit, but yeah, I don't drink distilled water. But yeah, it sounds I don't think there isn't any such thing as right or left either. I meet me in the middle. I'm a neutral person. I just try to stay neutral. I really do because I just, you know, yeah, that's right. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing good. I mean, I wish there was no political line because this is where we're getting all jacked up. There's a political line, and if you're not in one of those kind of boxes, then because these boxes are fighting. The Republicans are fighting the Democrats are fighting Republicans, and they're squeezing the guts out of each other. And it's not right. I wish there was just none of this political boxes that we're all putting ourselves in. It's devastating to our country. It's devastating to all of us, and I won't be a part of any of those boxes. I don't. That's why I'm an independent. I'm an independent thinker because I don't want to be in these boxes that fight each other like dogs. Thank you. Oh, yes, I'm doing good, honey. But, I mean, I was looking and going, man, should I show emails and this and that? And I'm thinking, what the hell? What? Why? Why? It is a soap opera. You're right. It really is. It's not even a soap opera. It's a movie unfolding. I mean, with the emails, the intrigue. If you think about the emails, everyone, I tell you the truth, the espionage, is so unbelievable. Um, oh my God. I mean, it's unreal. It's unbelievable. The stuff that's going on. I think it would make people's your head swings around when you read this. It's like it's insane. It really is. It's unbelievable. You know, it's really unbelievable. Yeah, Operation Paperclip, like an operation, a boatload of paper clips. But that's what we're living in right now, and it's really, just like I said, it's really sad that we're going through this. We don't need no more emails dropped. I mean, we honestly just fucking burn them motherfuckers. Whatever you got to do, we can't take this no more. I mean, everybody wants an email until they get it, and then when you get, everybody wants files dropped until the files are dropped, right? And then when the files are dropped, it's like, holy shit. But no, we don't want them dropped right now. No, I'm just saying, people got to be careful what they wish for, because not every file dropped is a good file. And none of these files are making anyone look good. Not anyone. Just like I said, I mean, even Obama. I mean, it's not making his staff look good. It's not making even Obama look good. Like, why would you freaking allow? You knew. Why would your staff cover this up? Why would your staff do a hard cover up like that? Makes no damn sense. No, none. I don't take the vaccines. No. But it's this kind of weird situation in our life here, everybody, that we're done. I mean, no, we don't drop no more. We don't drop them in the fucking garbage, because we can't do it no more. Drop them motherfuckers right in the trash or whatever. I'm serious. Drop them in the sinister, drop them in the freaking fire, because we don't want them anymore. We're done with this shit. I mean, you drop the 1 million, and that should be enough. Just let this shit go. I mean, you gotta put your hands up. To this Epstein stuff. You have got to put our hands up and say, you know what, it's just, this shit you can't do nothing. You have to. I mean, I would not release no more. I don't give a fuck what anybody would say. I wouldn't release no more damn files. Move forward from the files. We're done with them. We can't hear no more goofy stuff. If you want to hear goofy stuff, those files, those million files, are enough to last a YouTuber a lifetime to go through, and anyone else. So do we need any more stuff on top of that? Well, see, that's a whole different story, J-Rock, because still on that Epstein file. Yeah, the thing is, with Hollywood, that's a whole different story, J-Rock. A lot of that stuff there with Hollywood and just different things, we don't know. We're not in that industry, but that's a whole different talk. You know what I mean? Zionist, is it? Yeah. Oh no, I don't get no vaccines. Oh hell no. No. I don't get none of that stuff. I believe that. I know people that their wives, they got the vaccines. They died at like 40 years old. 30. No, I'm serious. I don't. I mean, I'm not saying, that's just my personal opinion. I would not do it, but I'm just saying, you do what you got to do. I know friends of mine that get the vaccine, swear by them. My friend, she gets every vaccine that comes out, and don't even care, and she's 83. So it just depends on the person. I wouldn't do it, but I know people that they'll go and run and get any vaccine that comes out in the market. And then I know people like myself that we ain't going near that shit. But yeah, I just think that it's, you see it and it's not good. So I just, I don't get them. I don't get them. Because I see where people are kicking over from it and they're getting blood clots. And I've had friends, I'm not lying to you, that got those vaccines and then they were dead. No joke. They got no, see, I know too much about, so many people that have died from that, got blood clots, got this, got that. I don't know everybody. You got to do what you got to do and think what's right with your life, because some of that stuff that they're telling people to get, you just got to be careful. You have to use your mind and be sensible with stuff. Yeah, the conspiracy theorist. What people? What people, King? What, the people with the vaccines? Oh, the people that got vaccines. I tell you the truth, friends of mine, a lot of people just dropped over dead with heart attacks, or they had a lot of blood clots from the vaccines and they died. And so that's what I'm talking about. So you just got to make sure that you know what's right for you to get, because a lot of that stuff is not, it's not good for you. Just because it's a vaccine, that don't mean it's good for everybody's body. That doesn't mean that everybody's body can tolerate it just because it's a vaccine. There's vaccines for everything, but does that mean that it's good for your body? Does it mean that it's good for my body? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, that's all I'm saying. I don't, I look at everything and outweigh it. Well, so, not every vaccine's made for, I mean, they do a general sweep and go, okay, this vaccine's good for everybody. Well, hell, everybody's body's different. Every single one of our bodies are different. There's some people that can handle it and some people that cannot. So I don't believe in all that shit of, oh, it's for everybody. No, just like I ain't for everybody and I ain't trying to be. Thank you, honey. But yeah, I just wish that, just burn them. You got to do something with them files. I don't think Trump started COVID. And I'm not going to go to that level. That man didn't start no damn COVID. Come on now. Now, you are doing too much now. Stop all that. He didn't start COVID. But, I love you, everybody. I'm going to get in here and get my groceries in. Maybe I'll come back later on. I just got to get in here and do a couple things to cover up the Tyler Robinson truth. Yeah. Well, there's so much stuff. I mean, there's so many stories, so much stuff. I mean, I don't even know where to even start with stuff. Where's the Epstein files? Well, the Epstein files right now, Ken, are in the YouTubers' hands. Oh my God. The YouTubers' hands, of all hands, right? The YouTubers got the Epstein files in their hands. And where's the files? That's where the files are at. And you know how they are. The YouTubers aren't backing down from all that scoop. That's every day. That's an endless scoop right there. The Epstein files, that's endless. Yeah, that's probably actually the ones that well, some things were redacted, but here's the thing, everyone. The YouTubers are so, I mean, they're not stupid. There's some things that, like, if you redact it with a certain, just going over it like that, you got to really redact it really well. Not just go over it with a blackout. That doesn't work, because what you can do is lay it on something and you can see the wording underneath, and that's what a lot of YouTubers can do. So if you're going to redact something, make sure it's redacted real good, seriously, make sure it's redacted real good, right? Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm sure they did. I'm sure there's a lot of bad stuff they took out. I'm sure. It probably wasn't just Trump. It was probably other people also. There's probably many other people. And they probably had to, because it was probably stuff that's so bad that, but I mean, we're reading stuff that is so bad that how can it get any more worse than what we're reading now, everyone? I'm just wondering that. Like, if they took out stuff, how can it we're reading stuff already. How can it get any worse? You know, but who knows? I believe they took out stuff that I think the world was not, our country was not prepared for to hear. I mean, we already saw stuff in there that was unshakable. Babies dying, babies, these young girls having babies thrown in rivers. Has anybody seen those emails where a baby was thrown over a bridge? I mean, you can't make this shit up. I mean, you cannot make this. So we don't even know if we would pray that half this shit wouldn't even be real. It's and alive. I mean, can you believe this stuff? I believe it. I mean, I believe it. I believe there's a lot of people in there. I believe anything. All them files. Yeah, that's the X files right there, the John F. Kennedy files. He was assassinated. So, I mean, these are files that are just, I mean, you can't even make this stuff up, everybody. It's endless files. We'll never get to the bottom of it. I mean, of all this, nothing's going to be done. It should have been done, but it didn't. And now they're having this come out now. So, I just think the files should be gone. They got to go in the freaking fire of hell or something. They got to go somewhere. Jesus Christ is exposing the truth. It's not our battle, but let him work and expose the truth. Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah, definitely can. I believe UFOs and everything like that are real. But yeah, I mean, let go and let God, because we can't do nothing. We can look through these files and talk about these people, and what good is this? What good is this now to keep regurgitating things that happen? So what do we what I always, when I wake up in the morning, I always think, what is the productive day look like? Is something that's going to be so productive, or is it something that's going to be just bullshit? It's like, you gotta, this is, to me, I don't, this is not productive. Like us sitting and scouring through emails that this should have been handled so many years ago. This is right now not productive to our country. This is already should have been handled a long time ago. And now we're sitting here in 2026, looking through things that should have been handled years ago. That's not productive to me. That's not productive, and I'm not trying to be mean. It's not productive. And how can our country move forward when we keep fucking going backward on everything? We keep reaching the fuck back to find shit. We cannot. That's the trouble with our country. We gotta stop keeping reaching back to find something, right? Yeah, but you know what, J Rock? What can you do about it? They're evil. You're saying they're pure evil, yes. But what can we do about it? But sit and read this stuff. What can we actually do about it? Yeah, exactly. That's any vaccine, because not everybody's body exactly. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. you know it's just all just a lot of stuff, everybody, that's unbelievable, that's going on, that happened. It's unbelievable events, unbelievable stuff that we just don't know. And the matter of fact, I mean, the weirdest thing is I think Jeffrey Epstein, see, here's what I'm saying, everybody, the honeypot of the girls that they were saying in this one email that Russia would bring the young Russian girls over as a honeypot. And so they would offer those girls to the guys, right? The billionaires, the wealthiest men around the country, just to get information. And here, what they were doing was funneling back information about those guys. So that's what, see, Putin is not our friend. And I don't know when Trump will ever realize that. He got to sit and look through these emails to realize that Putin has done so much to really try to destroy our country in so many ways that it's unreal. And so yes, they do call Jeffrey the fixer. I think he's the real OG of the fixer. I'm not joking you, because he was in so much stuff with these emails that it was unshakable. And he knew everything about these billionaires, these wealthy men. And so they had that hold on every single one of these guys, because they knew that Russia has all this information, because these girls allegedly, I think, took pictures, everything, and they funneled that right back to Putin, the Russian girls. So that was the goal of Putin, if you read through the emails. And so there's Putin has information on these guys. I mean, Putin's still living. He's still, well, he has information from these girls that got information from these guys. I'm telling you, everybody, this may not even be over yet. Yes, so we don't know, but I really think Putin has a lot of hold on a lot of powerful men because of the Epstein files. If you look through the files, you look through what's uncovered, Putin and Epstein were like this. And just like I said, you think about Putin, he's scared of his own shadow. Like, he's scared to death he's scared that somebody's going to kill him. He doesn't let anybody into his orb. I mean, I'm God serious. So they left Jeffrey Epstein handle his financial affairs. They had to be like this. And in the emails, these guys were like this. And I'm telling you, I mean, this ain't no joke. So do you think this is really going to go down well when Putin is holding on to information about all these billionaires, trillionaires, and all these guys? Putin's got information on them because he sent those girls. It's in the emails. It's really crazy. I mean, do they not find these? Did they not see these emails with this stuff in there, saying about how he's... Come on now. This is insane. Yes, you got it. I mean, you look into, if you download it, because right now, if you download these files, I think they're deleting a lot of these files out now that they dumped, because they didn't realize all the stuff was in there. But the YouTubers have the original stuff that was dumped, because right away, as soon as they dumped them, they downloaded them. And so all that's in the possession of the YouTubers, or whomever downloaded them before they got back. No, I'm not obsessing over it. I'm just covering what's in the news. Thank you very much. You don't even have to download. Well, I'm just saying, if you didn't download what was on there, right? If you didn't download what was put out, what you would be getting is something, or save it. What you would be getting now is something that they pulled a lot of things out. All right, so everybody have a blessed night. Yeah, it's giving white now. Yeah. No, I'm not expecting to find out anything. I'm just covering it. I really don't. I think I'm not expecting to get anything out of it to find out that we don't already know. I don't think they already know a lot of things. Excuse me, King. I don't think that they know a lot of things that were dropped in these million emails. I don't think they do. I really don't think they do. So no, I'm sorry, you're wrong. I don't think they realize that there is more to them that meets the eye. And I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying that's just my opinion. And you have yours, and I understand that. But I don't think, just like I said, King, I think that this should be done and over with these files. I am not saying that we should keep going on and on about that. You are absolutely right. We should not keep going on and on about this. Those files are done and over with. Let's fucking go to something else, right? So, that's what I think. I just think that we can't keep doing it. I mean, are you going to keep looking through this? Yeah, the truth, and throw a bunch of stuff aside as soup. We don't know the truth, and we'll never know the truth. So why? So okay, so think about this, everyone. Like, when you wake up every day and you go, okay, are you gonna do this? It's productive, or this is not, right? No, I'm not digging for information to reveal anything, honey. I'm just talking. I'm just talking about the files. I'm not digging up anything. Don't even, I wish the files weren't even dropped. I mean, are you not listening to me? I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. You're totally coming at me in a different way, and it's like you're not understanding what I'm saying. I don't even think at this point any more files should be dropped out, because we just, what can be done? What is going to happen? Nothing. So why do we need to see this, right? What is going on? We know that there's things in there, people in there, names, what have you. So, and you're saying you are digging for information. No, it's information that's out there. But everyone, have a blessed night, and I'll see you when I see you tomorrow, okay? No, I mean, J-Rock, hold on a minute. What can we do? What can we do about giving them justice? When this should have taken place and justice should have been done with these girls so long ago. And no, now, right now, we're sitting here and nothing is going to be done. So the only justice that they can get is from everyone talking about it and getting it out there. Right? Seriously. I mean, it's not funny. It's terrible. It's really sad. We know that it's sad what happened to him. And I'm not saying that that's not sad. But what in God's name can you do about it, or I do about it at this time right now? I'm serious. That's what I'm saying. There's everybody's talking about it, and everyone's trying to go, okay, look at this. Look what happened to these girls. But we can look at it, but what can we do about it? What can we actually do about it is what I mean. And I'm not disrespecting them in any way, shape, or form. I think that it's so bad. Here's what I think. It's so bad because nothing is going to be done about it. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. And that's the thing that I think is so bad about it, is nothing. And we keep going over and over this, knowing that what can be done is absolutely nothing. And they should have handled it years and years and years and years and years ago. And then that way. Hold on one second. So yeah, well, I do have compassion for the girls, but I think this is just even worse, everyone. It makes it worse because nothing can be done, right? So we got to move forward. We have to. What can we do? We can't. We're hanging on to stuff that we don't know. Charlie says there's going to be a lot more of distraction to people getting taken about talking about, but Trump being in the files. Yeah, Bad Bunny, some people at the Super Bowl. I mean, everyone, it's just, yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see what happens with all these files and everything, everybody, when it's all said and done. What can we do about it? That's what I said. I mean, I think it re-victimizes the victims when we keep bringing up and showing and seeing and reading what we're reading. I think it doesn't help the victims. I really don't think it helps them, everyone. I think it does not help them at all. I think it just makes people, it's hurting everything. It's hurting people. And, there's people that do things and they wish they never would have done it. And it's re-victimizing literally everybody. Is it really? Yeah. I mean, it's just it's craziness. Oh, I gotta get off my leg. But I love you, everybody. Don't forget to come back tomorrow or later. Well, tomorrow, because I got some things I gotta do. I gotta take my groceries and put them in and everything. Yeah, it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to snow again on Friday. I don't know. I'm not a weather girl, everyone. Listen, I'm just a girl in the van. I have no idea. I think my one client said it's supposed to snow on Friday, right? So, I love you, everybody, and I'll see you then. I love you too, Jody. Says Tina, great body. It's great body. I love you, babies. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.